Welcome back to Slay and Shine Inner Peace Soul Care. This is Clemence Freitas, and today my guest Adrienne is a friend that I met several years ago through the gym. She had come to me with a lot of life issues and challenges. She was going through a major marriage turmoil, but she never revealed that to me. I had no idea during the whole time we worked together. She was going through it, like really through it. But she stayed focused, and I helped her lose 80 pounds, get on stage, become a bodybuilder. In the years that I've known her, she's been able to move forward, move through these challenges. I've witnessed her be in a marriage that she wasn't happy in, lose 80 pounds, get on stage in a bikini, go through some really major stuff with her kids and the pain and issues they were challenged with, and then also get remarried. There is sunshine and a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow if we would just follow through and listen to her heart. And she's going to talk about today how she takes breaks, how she really is more focused now on being quiet and being more intentional about the things that she's doing or the choices she's making for her life. So, welcome back to the show. I so appreciate all of you who do come and support this podcast. And if you want to see this podcast continue, please do consider supporting by liking, by sharing, by commenting. But also, you can give financial support through Venmo at Clem-Lafreitas. So glad you're here. It makes me happy to do these episodes. We had a great year of lots of new people experiencing sound healing for the very first time, calming their minds through meditation and sound vibrations, but also making changes in their frequency that leads to shifts in life manifestations, life choices, life experiences. And that's why we're here, right? We want to learn, grow, and elevate, especially when it comes to elevating in our enlightenment towards our highest and best good. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And I hope you enjoy. Please do like, share, comment. Let's get this show on the road. Hey, everybody. I'm here with my girlfriend, Adrienne. We're doing a girlfriend check in, checking in on her inner peace, because that's what we should be doing in this new year is checking in on each other, seeing if each other's okay, and giving support when they need it. Adrienne's a victim advocate for, is it the state or is
Department
it
of
city?
Corrections. Yeah, the
Okay.
prison system.
And in that, obviously, there's a lot of issues and problems, other people's issues and problems that you have to deal with on a regular
Yeah,
basis. Other
yeah,
people's
yeah.
emotions, their fears come up, their anger come up, their resentment comes up, like everything comes up. Um, how do you keep your peace when you're at work all day long doing this? It's a lot of giving.
Yeah, it is a lot of giving. Thankfully, I work from home right now, and most of my giving is done over the phone, having
Mm.
lengthy phone calls with people. So I take lots of breaks. I definitely take lots of breaks as far as just like stepping away for a moment, or, if I get off having a hard phone call, just taking a few minutes to just go do something else, or just kind of bring
Yeah.
myself back down from being so involved in what I'm doing for that other person.
We've been dealing with so much in the world with the wars and the division, and I mean, thank God COVID's kind of like over, or at least the restraints that we were under is not
Yeah,
as bad.
yeah.
But thinking back and how the past couple years went for you, how are you able to cope with, I mean, you were going through um a lot. Not just in because it was COVID, but also personally you were going through a lot, but then all the stuff in the world was also piling up.
Yeah, yeah. As far as like how did I manage to go through that? I feel like some days were just definitely on survival mode. I mean, you just kind of go through the motions to get through, but I noticed that amidst everything I mean, going through a divorce, going through issues with two of my children, like serious issues that I can't really run away from, right? I mean,
Right.
that's my life. And I had to figure out how to navigate that. But all the other outside stuff, I had to really be mindful about shutting it off. And what that looked like for me was not getting on social media, not turning on the news on TV, not engaging with energy suckers, negative influences when I could avoid it. I had to just cut out all of that stuff because I already was having a hard time managing what was right here close to my heart
Yeah.
and knowing what my limits were. And not every day was perfect. You know, like I said, some days I just felt like I was going through the motions, but just trying to do my best and giving myself grace, which I'm not very good at. Um, yeah.
I notice with me that when stuff gets super intense, I really end up like not doing the things I need to be doing for myself.
Mm,
Like I gained 20 pounds.
yep.
All like it didn't happen overnight. That
Nope.
didn't just show up. Not being able to leave the house, not because because of COVID, but because I take care of my auntie and she's 94. So it's like going out is very limited for me.
Mhm.
And so putting on my jeans is a rare occasion. When I do, it's like, holy crap, I need to take care of myself more. I need to
Yep.
put some gym time back in the in the rotation.
Yep.
And
Absolutely.
so when I'm off my piece, I notice that and I notice I'm eating to cope. Like you said, you can't run away, but sometimes I mean, like, I'm here, I'm not running away, but, like, I'm choosing unskillful ways of handling the, um, tension that lack of peace or not being in the flow of peace or not being aligned to God's peace is doing, and then so I'm actually doing more damage. I'm, like, piling on more damage to
Yeah.
myself.
I relate to that 1,000,000%. I feel like that's definitely been me as far as just using unhealthy, maybe not unhealthy, but just not the best things that I could be doing for myself, like, having the snack or,
Mhm.
staying up late
Hope that's
because,
me.
yeah. And I struggled with that because there was constantly one trauma after another in my personal life that I felt like I couldn't play catch up. Like I was just one thing after another. And so I'm just like, I guess that's where I meant like going through the motions. I'm like, well, today was this, and I need to just sit on the couch and, have this snack because that'll make me feel good in the moment.
Mhm.
And then those moments turn into 2 years. And then here I am. My jeans don't fit. And I'm like, shoot,
Right.
now what do I do? Now I
It
have to start over, kind of.
we're just we're digging up, like, okay, what is triggering me to sit and do 8 episodes on Netflix, which
Yeah.
always comes with snacks. Like, I'm not gonna lie to my like, I already know the longer I stay awake through the night, the closer the refrigerator seems to get. So it's but I already know. If
Yep.
I'm on the couch still past 10 o'clock, this is a dangerous, slippery slope. And I always tell Alfred, I'm like, I'm not a quitter, and I already know that about my personality. I don't quit. So once I'm on episode 3, I mean, there's only 5 more.
Yeah.
So keep
Yeah.
going.
Yes. We are
Oh,
soul sisters in
I
that
told
respect.
you I when I first met you that we're twins. Like Okay, so Adrienne came to me when I owned a gym, and she, like, was like, "Help me become a bodybuilder."
Yes.
And you lost, like, 80 pounds. Was it
Yes.
80?
It was a lot.
It was close to 100. It was 80, 80 something,
Yeah.
80 plus change.
Yep.
And she did get into that bikini, got on stage, and she looked amazing. She has muscles that I'm like, "That's not fair. I'm
Thank you.
Asian. Takes me so long to get muscles." She already has them. We just had to peel off the layers.
Yeah.
But, in that time working together, I saw your resilience. You're very, like, you're really organized. You put your priorities in place, and I don't know if that too, it felt like, because I didn't know your personal life at that time until after everything was happening,
Yeah.
but that too is a way to cope and escape or not deal. Like, overdoing one area, like, "Okay, I'm just gonna focus on the gym. I'm just gonna focus on working out and losing weight and getting to my goal." And that way I don't have to look at how sad I am over here or
Yep.
how painful it is over here. So I'm just gonna over obsess on this side. And then now we're at this part of our life, we're like, "Okay." But in the end of that, I wasn't happy.
Yeah.
So I do wanna look good. Well, I look good now. That doesn't
Yeah.
matter. But I do wanna not buy new clothes and not just keep wearing pajamas all day.
Yeah.
So how do I get that balance of, now I'm asking, that's the questions I ask myself through my healing journey is, how do I get that balance of, um, being motivated to do the things that will give me the results I want,
Mhm.
yet do it from a place of not trying to avoid or numb or cover up something else. Or in my case, it was like I really wanted this thing so bad and I'm willing to disregard everybody else. And then I lose relationships because I think that the thing I'm going for, which is business, money, or getting on stage and winning a trophy, will give me the love and attention or appreciation that I want.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it doesn't solve any of that.
I feel like you're describing exactly my thought processes and what I've, gone through the last few years, whether it was my choice or not. Definitely thought about all of those things. And I struggle with that now, figuring out because it's not going to be healthy for me to try to strive to achieve. I realize that the purpose for what I was doing that before, it helped me get through, but it wasn't the healthiest way. And so now I'm trying to be more quiet and listen
Yeah.
to myself. And that's my new goal. And I know that when I start getting on that path and start practicing those things, that's only going to help me and bring me closer to myself, which
Mhm.
I think will help me be able to connect better with other people.
Yeah, definitely. I think when we were doing bodybuilding and being in the gym that much, it was like an external,
Mhm.
it was for external reasons.
Mhm.
And then now it's making that switch to, I'm at peace with who I am. I love who I am.
Mhm.
I'm good right now as I am,
Yeah.
but I also feel good. I feel energized when I work out.
Yeah.
I feel healthy when I'm eating living food and drinking green juice and
Yeah.
eating that. Like, I have a different vibration in me, or I'm operating at a different vibration when I'm doing those things. So I think it's now finding that, marrying the two together of, okay, I know I can do the habits because I've done them before.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that we did go through that because now it's like, okay, I have the confidence to know it's possible because I've done it.
Yep.
You've lost 80 pounds. You've flexed on stage half naked,
Yeah.
pretty much naked. I mean, we both have.
Yeah.
So we know it's possible, but then now it's like when those no when those thoughts creep in like, "Oh, I wanna do that again." I have to stop myself and ask why. Why do you wanna do that again?
Yeah.
Like, I see because Alfred's still bodybuilding,
Yeah.
and he loves it. I mean, I loved it too. It was so did you love it?
I loved it. I
Yeah.
loved it. Everything about it. The challenge, the friendships, the community,
Yes.
all the things. It was great.
Yes. The whole thing was great. I'm just again going back to, well, I need a goal. I need something to work towards.
Mhm.
But why? Why am I not happy just here? Why am I not happy just going to the gym and working out and feeling good for myself?
Yeah.
So it's like, why do you need to do that? And then asking that question and I get to when I get to the point of, oh, just cuz it's fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not because I need to lose 20 pounds and that's the only way I'm going to lose it is if I get on stage.
Right. Yeah. I think, yeah, and I feel like that's something that I've struggled with my entire life is always feeling like I needed to take some sort of actionable step or do something or try to be something. Not in a fake way. It's not that I'm not that, but it's like I don't need to do or be to just accept myself or have other people accept me.
Yeah. Oh, you have to read what you read me.
Oh, yes.
That reminded
So
me of that.
this
Because you're
was,
such a doer and you're such a, like, savior and supporter and a helper.
yeah,
Um, it makes you feel out of control when you're not doing and striving and getting and going.
yep.
And so, yeah, read that
Yeah,
because that was
so
really good.
I saw this yesterday and it just really stuck to me, and I feel like we can all apply this to our lives at one point or another. It says, "Someone told me when your life is feeling stagnant or as if nothing is happening, that means you're being given the time and space to heal and release the baggage that you cannot carry to where you're meant to go. This changes everything." And
Wow.
I've read that probably 5 or 6 times. I think I was on the treadmill and I was like, "Oh my gosh." I was like, "This is me." I'm like, "I need that. How can I like sticky note that to my forehead all the time?" Because I feel like I'm
Yeah.
in that space right now where it's okay for things to not be moving forward like I think they should, and that I need to appreciate this time because there's a purpose for this time, right? There's a purpose for it to be quiet right now, to be where it is because I need to heal from the baggage of going through a divorce, heal from going through all the stress of COVID that we all dealt with, heal from going through all of the things that happened with my kids, um, that sort of stuff. And if I'm constantly pushing, going, doing, how am I going to be able to heal and release that stuff?
Yeah. It gets stuck
Yeah.
in our actual tissues. It gets stuck in our tissue. What we don't process because energy cannot be destroyed, it can only be transferred. So if we're not transmuting that like you like to get stuff done, and I was too. I'm Capricorn, so it's like normal for us. It's like
Mhm.
we
Yeah.
have a to-do list, we have a checklist. I'm going to check, 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 check. And but we're not in the moment. We're not present.
Mhm.
We're our mind is already in the next place.
Yep.
So we don't even get to enjoy putting a gold star next to anything that we accomplish or get done in the day. So I started doing this card of like a to-do list and I would get a gold pen. I bought a specific gold pen
Oh, yeah.
just to write gold stars and try to savor each accomplishment and not like rush to get to the
Okay.
next one. That way it's not about the doing, but more about like being or feeling. But that's the challenge with us who like to get lots of stuff done.
Yeah.
And we like to be supporters for other people and we like to help and give and just like grit and grind
Yeah.
is that we don't even get to enjoy. I remember winning that bodybuilding show when I was doing figure and I cried after.
Mm.
Like I got off the stage and I thought it was going to feel something else. I thought I was going to feel like it's almost like a wedding. You do all that months of preparing and just coordinating everything that like preparing for a bodybuilding show feels like planning your own wedding.
Yeah.
And at the end, you're like, "Oh, all that for
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I didn't even did I even
Yeah.
have fun? I don't remember if I had fun."
Yeah, and then you're so down after that because you've done all this climb, 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 and then you get
Right.
to the top, and then you're like,
Now what? What do I
"Now
do?
what?" Yeah.
And that's why we have a hard time feeling peace in the moments because
Yeah.
we're not even present enjoying each. Like, we would tell all our clients, like, "Enjoy the process. It's not about the destination, it's about the process."
Yeah.
But no one can hear that when they're like, "Nope, I need to get on stage, and I'm not gonna look stupid in my bikini, so you need to, like, help me get."
Mm. Yeah. Yep.
We're not enjoying the process. We're not enjoying each breath, and then the body gets tight. And then
Yeah.
the jaws and the neck and the chest, everything gets tight. And so, but that's like when you're a chronic grit and grinder, at the end, you're like, oh my God, my life doesn't even feel fulfilling. Why did I do all that for?
Yeah. I can relate to that 100%. And then if you're not careful, that can kind of spiral you into another negative mindset. If you at least for me, where not with everything, but some things I'm like, okay, well, here I am. Now what? Well, that was for nothing. Well, now I wasted all my time. Okay. So where do I go from here? And then kind of feeling bad about it.
Yeah. Oh, and then I started feeling resentment.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Like, this is so stupid. Why do I have, oh, it's the society's fault. Why do I even have to look like this? or,
Yeah.
but for me now, it's even like, because I've practiced meditation for several years now, and it's I know the feeling of being present and how much joy and happiness and peace it
Mhm.
is not to be ripping and roaring into the next thought
Yeah.
or thinking way too far into the future. I can like do the dishes, which I used to hate
Mm.
doing dishes. Um, I can do the dishes and it feels like meditation. I feel happy doing it.
Mm.
I used to hate it. And
That's
I
good.
and I was think about why did I hate it so much? It's because nobody appreciated it. Everybody just thinks they could just like I would cook and then I would clean. And then
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like, man, I give and give. And there's no appreciation. You eat so fast because my
Yep.
family eats so fast. It's like, man,
Yeah.
I cook for an hour and I cook and clean for an hour and you ate in less than 10 minutes.
Yep. That's why I don't cook rarely. I'll clean, but I still feel I'm like, this is pointless.
Right. That's
Yeah.
how that's how now when I cook, I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I'm chopping this vegetable and it feels so creative," and, like,
Yeah.
I have different thoughts about it now, but I can do that now that I'm more still, so everything I can enjoy. Like, I can enjoy my meal and not scarf it down.
Yeah.
Because it's not because it used to be like I ate for a purpose. "Oh, I need to eat this many macros, these many calories, and then I get these results," and now I could just sit and have a meal and relax
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
feel peace with doing the dishes. I'm still working on the laundry thing. feeling at peace with laundry.
Well, good thing it's always gonna be around, so you'll get plenty of opportunity to continue
Lots of
practice with that.
practice. Yeah. Have you been feeling like now that you're knowing, like I feel like sometimes it just takes us being aware that we're ripping and roaring so much and always working on a goal. Um, have you felt like, man, maybe I just need to sit down in this and just not do anything?
I've really been trying to do that more, in the evening time, just be present after my day, and I've done everything that I, need to get done, and just practice being still, even if I'm just watching a show. Whereas before, I would always feel like I had to go, go, go until exhaustion when it was bedtime because all these things, the list is always going to be endless
Oh,
for
do you
me.
have a hard time sleeping then?
I do. I'm working on that now, and it's getting better. But I've been practicing more just being in the moment, sitting, just doing nothing, or just sitting watching a show, or going to the movies has actually been really interesting for me because I don't sit well for a long time.
Oh,
And so I
wow.
never liked to go to the movies before because you're just sitting there doing nothing. And I can't eat the popcorn because it gives me a stomach ache. So I literally like sneak in my water and then I'm there. But I purposely put myself in those situations where I can't do anything else other than be right there in the moment, watching the
'Cause
movie.
'Cause it doesn't feel productive. Oh my
Right.
gosh.
Yeah.
Like, when we used to go to the movies, I would bring the bands. So I would do, like, so I'd be exercising and working out in my seat, and
No.
my kids would be so embarrassed. Like, "Mom, why do you have to do that?" I'm like, "Well, I just feel it's unproductive just sitting here. I
That's
wanna
yeah.
waste time. If I have the time, I'm not wasting it."
Yeah,
But you
that's
see how that psychology of, like, us doing nothing is a waste of time?
yeah, yeah, and it's actually not,
Yeah. It is actually productive when we're just calm and peaceful and sitting and breathing. It's helping us rejuvenate. It's helping us connect with our own soul as opposed to all these thoughts the ego makes all day long.
Yeah, yeah,
Ugh, man, it is a practice. But I do find that now it's like that like now I'm trying to find that, not trying to, I'm creating this go get stuff done and be at peace, not feel obsessive or not feel super driven that everything, like a healthy balance. We were in a time of unbalance, so we
mm,
could feel the results of what it feels like to be super excellent.
yeah,
But now it's like, okay, well, I'm not willing to sacrifice my mental health just so I could
mhm.
be in jeans. Or
Right,
I'm
yeah,
not gonna sacrifice my family relationships with my kids just so, you know,
yeah,
just so I could go to the gym all the time
yeah,
and
yeah.
or
One thing that I've been practicing too is when you were talking about earlier, um, just how your body holds the energy and holds the things that you're not healing from or that you're not allowing yourself to start processing. And I've really tried to be mindful, like in the evening time, I like after I take a shower and stuff, just looking at myself and just congratulating
ooh,
for the progress that I have made. And more importantly, remembering like I'll look at myself in the mirror and be like, wow, this body has been through a lot. This
yeah,
soul has been through a lot. And, I look the way I look and I feel the way I feel because there's been a lot of things that have gone into this body that affected it, good and bad.
yeah,
And
yeah.
being okay, like that you're not stage ready, bikini ready, and and being okay, like literally looking at myself in the mirror and just being like, wow, you've been through a lot
Yeah, pat on the back.
and you're
We
still
don't give
standing.
ourselves the flowers because we don't
No.
have time. It's a waste of time to give
Yep.
ourselves flowers.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Smell the roses, everybody. Go give yourself the flowers you need. We deserve it. Thanks,
Yes.
Adrienne, for being on this show today. Much appreciate you. We love talk. I love getting together. I'm glad that we get together more. Much love, peace, and blessings, everyone. We'll see you on the next episode.